Hello everyone, this is Teacher Marge and welcome back to my channel. In this lesson video, we'll have another percent problem, simple interest. What do we mean by simple interest? Bakit siya simple? Una, when we talk about interest, kita yan. It's earnings. So this is all about earnings. Okay, kita. Saan galing yung kita na yan? It's earnings from investment. Investments made. Okay? On a positive note. Kung on a negative note, it's not earnings. Okay? Yung interest, halimbawa, bakit siya negative? Kapag loans ang pinag-uusapan, meron din yung mga interest. So, in that sense, the interest is something that you need to pay. Okay? Pag loan ang pinag-uusapan. Pero in this particular video, we'll have investments. So, magpo-focus tayo sa mga investments. Anyways, pareho lang naman yan pagdating dun sa mga loan. Okay? So, we'll have this video on a positive note. So, puro investment. So, yaan ay mga kita. Okay? Doon sa mga investments na nagagawa ng isang tao o grupo ng mga tao. Now, why is it simple? Pag sinabi nating simple interest, hindi yan yung interest kagaya ng yung interest na meron ka isang taon tapos kukunin mo yung quarterly, monthly, hindi ganon. Okay? So, pag sinabi nating simple interest, we are talking of an interest given annually. Okay? It's annually or yearly. So, the rate given here in the problems that I will present to you will have annual interests in them. Okay? So, mga annual interest. Hindi yan compound interest. Kasi yung compound interest, ano na yun? Hindi na siya simple interest. So, we'll focus on simple interest. What else should you know about simple interest? Not like the other percent problems, pag sinabi nating simple interest, hindi lang yan merong base at saka percentage. We have a third factor for the simple interest kasi meron nga tayong term na yearly or annually. So, ano-ano yung mga tatlong yan? There are three components of the simple interest, and kapag may nawawalang dalawa, you need to do something. Okay, you need to check the problem kung tama ba, or there are prerequisites or hidden questions. Okay? So, ano itong tatlong ito? First, there is what we call the principal amount. Ano yung principal amount na yan? Yung principal amount na yan, yan yung investment na tinatawag. Okay? So, kung hindi investment, pwede rin niyang tawaging loan. Okay? Yung loan amount. Yun yung base niya. Okay? So, for this matter, the principal amount is the base. Kung magkano yung ininvest or magkano yung inutang. The second component of the simple interest problem is the rate of interest. Okay? But, as I said, since it's simple interest, it's annual. Pag sinabi nating annual, we are talking of yearly. Okay? Yearly. Ibig sabihin, sa loob lang ng isang taon yung interest na yon. Okay? So, hindi siya quarterly, hindi rin siya compounded. Kasi pag compounded, dagdag ng dagdag. So, principal yung interest na natin. Anyways, dalawa na yan. We have the principal and the base. Okay? Yung rate of interest. Ano kaya yung pangatlo? Ma'am, yung pangatlo po yung percentage. Hindi percentage ang pangatlo. Ang pangatlong component niyan ay time, which is given in number of years. Okay? So, pwedeng isang taon, 2 taon, 3 taon. Okay? So, we will have problems involving simple interest, and we will be using again or still yung ratio and proportion natin, yung finding the missing term, plus we will use block method. Okay, magdo-drawing tayo para makompute natin yung problem. Let's begin. Okay, problem number 1 goes like this. Marco invested 200,000 pesos in an enterprise that will earn him an 8% interest every year. How much will he get in 5 years? Okay, so anong pagkakaiba niyan doon sa mga pangkaraniwan natin o common percent problems? Meron tayong ganitong kondisyon in 5 years. Okay? But like the rest of the problems that we have in percents, we'll prepare a table of values to organize the given data. Okay? So, we'll have here base, and since this is simple interest, ang ilalagay natin sa baba ni base ay interest. Then, we have the rate and the percentage. Okay? Mamaya na natin ilalagay yung time. Now, let's fill in the table. The base rate is 100%. Okay? Marco invested 200,000 pesos. Okay? Meron kayong clue word, invested 200,000 pesos. That means it's an investment. At ang investment pumapasok sa rate. It's the percentage of the rate. Okay? So, this here is 200,000 pesos. Okay? What else is there? You have an 8% interest every year. So, wag ninyong dedmahin yung karugtong ng 8% kasi importante yon. It's every year. So, in 1 year, so lalagay natin dito yung rate in 1 year. 1 year. Okay? 1 year. Ito, 1 year din dapat yan. Okay? So, the interest rate is 8%. Ang tanong, how much will he get in 5 years? Okay? How much will he get in 5 years? Eh, ang table natin, naka-prep tayo within a year lang. Okay? So, as I said, this is a 2-step problem. So, for now, our priority is to solve for the interest in a year. Okay? So, yan muna ang una natin gagawin. Solve for the interest in a year. So, how do we do that? Siyempre, we solve for the we solve for the interest using ratio and proportion. It's a direct proportion. So, again, we'll have 100 is to 200,000 equals 8 is to P. Okay? Then, we multiply the means and the extremes. Okay? So, we will have now 100 times P equals 200,000 times 8. And 100 times P is equivalent to 2 times 8, that's 16. Tapos meron kayong 5 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, it's 1,600,000. Okay? Then, we divide both sides by 100. So, we could cancel this out. Then, we'll have P. 100 divided by 100 is 1 times P. P na lang siya. Okay? And then, 1,600,000 divided by 100, 2 0, 2 0, yun ang matitira sa atin. It's 1, 6, followed, usog natin. 1, 6, 1, 2, 3. Okay? That's P. And P has a peso sign. Okay? Now, take note. Hindi pa yan yung sagot natin. Bakit? Kasi yung 16,000 na yan, ito yan, dito yan. Okay, so this amount will go here. And it's in a year. Okay. Ang itinatanong sa atin ay, how much will he get in 5 years? So, kung isang taon ito, ang kailangan natin sa problem ay 5 taon, ano ang gagawin natin? So, we move on to our second part of the solution. Okay, so as you can see, lagi nating binabalikan yung problem kung nasasagot na natin yung tanong. Hindi ko mo nakapag-solve na kayo, yun na yun. No, you need to check with your problem. Okay, so ito is just a year. Okay, lagyan natin ng note dito. For 1 year. That's only for 1 year. So, how do we do that? Okay, pagpalagay natin. Ang isang rectangle, okay, this is 16,000. Lakihan natin. Nagba-block method na tayo, ha? Para lang makita ninyo. Ma-visualize natin. This is 16,000 pesos. Oops, sorry for the peso sign. Okay, this is equivalent to 1 year interest. Okay? 1 year. Ang kailangan natin ay 5. So, that means we need 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, ni-stack natin. So, this is 16,000. Another 16,000. Isa pang 16,000. At isa pang 16,000. Okay, ilan yung rectangle na ni-stack natin? Ilan yung blocks? We have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kung ang isang block ay isang taon, ibig sabihin, this is in 5 years. So, how do we do the computation? It's either you add 16,000 plus 16,000 plus 16,000 plus 16,000 plus 16,000, or we can have 16,000 times 5. Okay? And that will give us 80,000 pesos. Yan yung ating final answer. Okay? This is in 5 years. So, ang sagot natin ay, our final answer will be 80,000 pesos. Hindi 16,000 pesos, ha? Kasi it should be in 5 years. Okay? Let's have problem number 2. Okay, problem number 2, we have Alan deposited 28,000 pesos and earned him 1,288 pesos in 2 years. What is the interest rate? So, dito, ang isosolve naman natin ay interest rate. Sa problem number 1, ang sinolve natin ay yung interest earned. So, ito, ang hinahanap naman natin ay interest rate. So, let's have our table. Okay. We'll have here the base, interest, and then R or for the rate, and P, percentage. Gaya ng dati, base rate is always equal to 100%. Okay? Walang time dun sa table natin kasi mamaya natin gagamitin yan. Okay? Let's first fill in this particular table with what we have in the problem. Okay? Alan deposited 28,000 pesos. Ano yung 28,000 pesos na yan? Since dineposit na yan, it's considered as an investment. So, yung 28,800 will go sa base under percentage. Okay? It's 28,000. Next. It earned him 1,288. Dahil earnings yung 1,288 na yan, okay, earnings, yung 1,288, it's an interest. Kaso, hindi natin yan ilalagay agad dito. Bakit? Kasi hindi pa naman yan period. Meron siyang karugtong. And earned him 1,288 pesos in 2 years. So, mind you people, that is in 2 years. Okay? 2 taon yan. At ang itinatanong ay, what is the interest rate? So, in this particular problem, meron tayong 2 question mark. Okay? Bakit? Kasi tatandaan natin ha, yung table natin, this is for 1 year only. Okay? Sa loob lang ng isang taon. Yung 1,288 natin, that is in 2 years. So, anong gagawin natin? So, let's first, since it's a 2-step problem, let's first solve for the interest in 1 year. Okay? So, paano yung gagawin natin dyan? Okay, let's use block method. This is 1,288 pesos in 2 years. Okay? Ibig sabihin, yung block natin, we need to divide this into 2. Okay? Kasi ang isang block ay 1 taon. Pangalawang block, 2 taon na yan. Pangalawang block, 1 taon din yan. So, if this is 1,288 at kailangan lang natin ay yung isang block. Okay? Isang block. Anong gagawin natin? We need to divide 128. Okay? Ay, sorry. 1,288 divided by 2 para makuha natin yung isang taon. And what is 1,288 divided by 2? Lagyan na natin ng peso sign. It will be 644 pesos. Okay? So, ang isang block natin, this is 644. Okay? Yung isa pang block natin is also 644. So, when you have that in 2 years, it's 1,288. Okay? So, meron na tayong 644. Saan natin ngayon yan ilalagay? Ilalagay natin yung value na yan dun sa interest for only a year. Okay? So, hindi na to question mark. It is now 644. Okay? Then, now, we proceed to our second part. We use ratio and proportion, finding the missing term. So, we'll have 100 is to 28,000 equals, yung question mark natin under rate, R, is to 644. So, multiplying the means and the extremes, we'll have 28,000 times R is equal to 100 times 644. And 100 times 644 is 64400. And that is 28,000 or 28,000 times R. Look no further. Kung ano yung nakamultiply sa R, yun ang gagamitin nating, why is it black? Yun ang gagamitin nating divisor. Okay, so it's 28,000. Okay, so we could cancel out 28,000 sa left side natin, leaving us only with R. And what is 64,200 divided by 28,000? It's 2.3. Okay, bakit siya 2.3? Okay, kasi nag-divide tayo. Wala tayong ginalaw na decimal point. Ano ngayon ang label ni 2.3? It's under interest rate. So, we'll just fix a percent symbol there. Okay, so, our final answer will be 2.3%. Okay? Ang label natin ay percent because it's the rate. What is the interest rate? It's 2.3%. Okay, let's have the third problem. Problem number 3, we have Daryl got 135,000 pesos interest from an investment 5 years ago. If the annual interest rate is 18%, how much did he invest? Okay? So, this time, yung tanong na how much did he invest, ang hinahanap natin ay yung base. Okay? Investment yan, so we are looking for the base or the principal amount for this matter. So, let's have our table of values. Okay. Taas na lang natin konti. We have the base, and then the interest below it. Then we have the rate and the percentage. Take note, people, base rate is 100%. And our table is only good for 1 year only. Okay? 1 year only. Isang taon lang ito. Now, let's fill in the rest. Daryl got 135,000 pesos interest from an investment 5 years ago. If the annual interest rate is 18%. Okay, anong lalagay natin? Hindi natin ilalagay pa muna yung 5 years ago. Kasi sa table natin, walang time. Okay? Yung 135,000 pesos, hindi natin yan pwedeng ilagay ng diretso sa interest. Bakit? Kasi, he got it from 5 years ago. Okay? He got that 135,000 from his investment 5 years ago. So, ibig sabihin, meron 5 taong lumipas. So, hindi lang yan isang taon, kung hindi 5. Okay? So, hindi natin pwedeng ilagay yung 135 sa interest. Okay? So, standby lang muna siya. Next thing to fill in the table with is the 18%. And its annual interest rate. Okay? Annual interest rate is 18%. Okay? So, yung table natin, pilay. Meron kasi tayong yung hinahanap na how much did he invest at saka yung interest for a year. Okay? So, dalawa yung question mark natin. Ano ang ipaprioritize natin? Ang uunahin natin dyan, ito, pangalawa na yung base rate. Okay? So, let's solve first the interest for a year. Solve for the interest in 1 year. Okay? So, paano gagawin natin dyan? Kagaya yan nung problem natin nung number 2. Okay? Dahil 5 years yan, ibig sabihin, meron tayong 5 blocks. Ang isang block natin ay isang taon. 1, 2, 3, kahit hindi pare-pareho yan. This is just for the sake na ma-visualize natin yan. Okay? So, each block is 1 year. So, this is 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, and 1 year. So, you have a total of 5 years. Okay? So, ang hinahanap natin dyan, yung bawat isa. And in 5 years, this is equivalent to 135,000 pesos. So, para makuha natin yung bawat isa, hahatiin natin sa ilang blocks, yung 135,000 sa 5. Okay? So, our computation for that will be 135,000 divided by 5. Okay? And what is 135,000 divided by 5? It's 27,000. So, dahil may peso sign yan, lagyan natin ng peso sign para mas tama. Okay? Ito yung isang taon natin. So, ito will go here. Okay? So, doon siya pupunta. So, this is no longer a question mark, but instead, we'll have 27,000. Okay? 27,000. Now, okay na siya, pwede nating isolve na to. Let's move on to our second part. 100 is to question mark, which is P, and then 18 is to 27,000. Multiply the means and the extremes. We'll have P times 18 is equal to 100 times 27,000. And that will be 27 followed by 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's P times 18. Then we divide both sides by 18. So we could cancel this out. We'll have P is equal to 150,000. Okay? Anong label niyan? Pesos. So, ito yung ating final answer. So, how much did he invest? He invested 150,000 pesos. Okay? That's problem number 3. Let's have problem number 4. For the final problem that we have in this lesson video, we'll have Peter invested 25,000 pesos with an annual interest of 12%. Okay? Kulang yung problem natin. Peter invested 25,000 with an annual interest rate. Lagyan natin yan. Okay. Rate of 12%. For how long does he need to wait if he wants the interest to be 24,000 pesos? Okay? So, looking at the question, for how long? For how long does he need to wait? Okay? Hindi ko mo how long yan, length yan. Okay? Oo, length siya. Length of what? Length of time. Bakit siya length of time? Kasi yung time, yun ang inihintay natin. Okay? So, it's a length of time. So, for this particular problem, we are going to solve for the time it would take Peter to earn 24,000 pesos with an investment of 25,000 pesos and an annual rate of 12%. Okay? So, let's prepare the table we have for this problem. So, base, interest, we have the rate, and the percentage. And again, this is good for 1 year only. Okay. Kailangan lagi malinaw yung restriction natin na yan ha, for only 1 year. Next, the base rate is always 100%. Now, shoot na natin yung mga data natin. Peter invested 25,000 pesos. So, maliwanag, since it's an investment, yung 25,000 na yan will go sa base. Okay? 25,000. Next, with an annual interest rate of 12%. So, specified, it's a yearly interest rate dahil may percent sign. So, this is 12% here. Okay? For how long does he need to wait? Wala yan sa table natin kasi wala tayong time. Okay? So, eto, tong ano na to, this has something to do with time. Okay, so wala yan sa table natin. Ibig sabihin, mamaya natin yan gagawin. For now, we need to look for the interest amount or the amount of interest in 1 year given this. Okay? So, ang una nating isosolve ay solve for the interest in 1 year. Okay? In 1 year. So, how do we do that? Gamit yung table, we form our proportion. 100 is to 25,000 equals 12% is to P. Okay? Then we multiply the means and the extremes. We'll have now 100 times P is equal to 25,000 times 12. And what is 25,000 times 12? Diba? Tignan, may technique dyan. Okay, yung 25, 4 na 25 piso. Diba? So, for every 425, you'll get 100. Dalawa yung zero na. And you have 12. And there are 3. So, ibig sabihin, pag minultiply natin yan, meron na kayong 3. Okay? Meron ng 3. Tapos, ang problema na lang natin ay yung mga 0. Okay? So, teka lang. Okay. So, we have 300,000. And that is 100 times P. Then, we solve for P. Divide each side or both sides by 100. Dahil yun ang nakamultiply kay P, we'll have P is equal to 3,000. Okay? It's 3,000 pesos. So, ano ito? Ito ay in a year. So, saan siya pupunta? Dito siya pupunta. So, we have here now 3,000 pesos. Sa isang taon yan. Okay? Kaso, ang hinahanap natin ay for how long does he need to wait if he wants the interest to be 24,000 pesos. So, ang gagawin natin ay for the second part, magba-block method ulit tayo. Okay? Kung ang isang box is equivalent to 1 year. Okay? Or, paikliin na lang natin. A year. And this is 3,000 pesos. So, ang gagawin natin, mag-i-stack tayo ng mga blocks worth 3,000 pesos until we come up with a total amount of 24,000 pesos. Okay? So, stack natin yan dyan. Kasya pa naman. Okay? Ay, sorry. Shot balik. 3,000. Okay, ilan na yan? Tingnan natin ha. This is 1 year, another year, another year, o basta 1 year lang yan ng 1 year, ang isang block natin. Okay? Ito. This one here, 1 year yan. So, add natin yan. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Kulang pa tayo ng isa. 3,000. So, using block method, this is equivalent to, okay, lagyan natin yan ng ganyan. This is equivalent now to 24,000. Diba? 24,000. Ilang blocks meron tayo? Meron tayong 8. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, binilang lang natin. So, ang answer natin dito is 8 years. Okay? So, bukod sa pagbibilang, ma'am, valid po ba yung pagbibilang? Natural, valid yung pagbibilang. Basic skill yan sa math. Magbilang kayo. Okay? Pwede din naman, dahil dun sa diagram natin, meron tayong 8, we can have now 24,000 divided by, ang bawat isang block ay 3,000. And that will give you 8. Okay? 8 blocks. And each block is a year. So, 8 blocks, yung sagot, doon natin yan ilalagay. Yun yung answer natin. 8 years. So, you see, simple interest problems are two-step word problems. Pwede kayong gumamit ng kahit na anong solution. If you would prefer the formula method, walang problema dyan. Okay? Kaso, kung nalilito kayo sa pag-manipulate ng mga algebraic equations or formula, medyo mahirap yon. And aside from that, when you use the formula method, you need to change the rate into decimals before you can use them. Dito, sa lesson video na to, we did not solve each problem na nagbago tayo ng rate from percent to decimal. Okay? Ang ginamit natin siya, diretso. We made use of the ratio and proportion, finding the missing term. And then, we combine that with the block method. Again, yung table natin, this is good for only 1 year. Okay? So, that's all for now. I hope you learned something from this video. This is quite lengthy for a lesson video, but I hope makatulong ito sa inyo in solving word problems involving simple percent. Thank you and goodbye.